welcome to the STAR Show with Sarita. This is episode 2, and we are very, very excited to have in our studio today Ganta Srinath Reddy. Namaskar.
AI is everywhere today.
Correct.
So that's the reason we call it as the AI school. If you don't upgrade yourself with the required skills, which are very much in demand from the industry, then you are lost. It's the age of AI. People need to learn irrespective of your age group, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the field that they are working.
How do they upskill themselves? Because things are changing so very fast. DeepSeek, R2. So as we know, it's from China. As we know, it's been developed at a very low cost compared to other platforms.
Right. Thanks to the government. When they started Startup India, under that there are so many initiatives started. Many of them are from the Tier 2, Tier 3. We are 1.5 billion people.
Correct.
Out of which 65 to 70% of the youth. So much of data every day in multiple languages we are generating. We will be the makers of AI models to the world. We will, instead of consuming, we will be producing. Many teachers internally, they are worried about AI may replace them.
Yeah.
They may lose their jobs.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the STAR Show with Sarita. This is episode 2, and we are very, very excited to have in our studio today a very special guest who goes by the name of Ganta Srinath Reddy. Namaskar.
Thank you.
What should I call you?
Mr. Srinath.
Srinath?
Yeah.
Mr. Srinath?
Yeah, or Srinath.
Srinath's fine? Okay, great. So before we start bombarding Srinath ji with our questions, I'm just going to give you a really short introduction to him. Accolades are huge, but let me just start by saying he is an accomplished entrepreneur, having and continuing to shape the landscape of higher education technology in the country. And this has been happening for approximately the last decade or so. He brings a pretty unique blend of expertise in both education and technology, so much so that he is now established thought leader, where organizations and institutions approach him to help them traverse, navigate, adapt, adopt, and embrace technology in the organizations that they are running. Right. Am I right about that, in short?
Yeah.
Right? And Srinath ji has also traversed many startup ventures that are now very successful before he has launched his school, which is called the AI School in Hyderabad, which is now gaining huge popularity in the areas I just spoke about. So once again, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we look forward to talking to you.
Sure. Yeah.
My first question is actually, you call it the AI School. And in India and in many other countries, when we talk about school, we usually refer to a K to 12, a progression. Western countries like the US, for them, school is anything where there is learning, So within a university or college, you can have a school of architecture, you can have a school of medicine, etc. So what is yours? Is yours a kindergarten to grade 12 school, or is it like higher education? Why have you used the word school?
Yeah. The AI school, fundamentally, we tag it ourselves as India's only school where you can learn AI skills from tech startup leaders and founders. Okay. So it's a platform for 13 years to 40 years of age group.
Oh, 13 years, that young.
Yeah.
Lovely.
From 13 years to 40 years of age group, whoever wants to learn AI at different levels, they can come to us. We have variety of programs tailored for them, and all our programs are sector agnostic. So we serve from every different sectors because AI is everywhere today.
Correct.
So that's the reason we call it as the AI school. Fundamentally, the AI school has 3 pillars. One is the upskilling and skilling platform, what I told you. Second is solutioning part to the SMEs which are not into IT. Okay. Who are sitting on data, but they don't know how to bring the value of the data. If they're struggling with that, we have the right solution for them. We can bring the value using AI tools, AI models, so that they can actually focus more on business, bring more customers.
So using their data alone.
Their data alone.
Okay.
And third pillar is innovation and research.
Okay.
When I say research, academic research and organizational research, if they would like to take support from the technical people on the AI, we help them in achieving their research goals. So these are the main three pillars of the AI school.
Okay.
And we have programs for the in-skilling, in-person, and also hybrid. Virtual live training programs is our specialty.
Okay. So there is in-person as well, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Great. That's very interesting because I didn't know. I checked your website. It was very comprehensive, very detailed. Maybe I did not spend enough time. I didn't find out about the part that 14 years upwards.
Yeah.
So what percentage of your clientele or students are school kids currently?
Yeah, at this point of time, we are serving two different places, one in India and also Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Recently, we have conducted a couple of workshops for the 8th and 9th standard in Philippines, and parallel the discussions are happening in India also. And regularly, we do training programs for the SMEs, subject matter experts from the different industries, and the college students also. To answer your question precisely, probably we are at 15 to 20% of the school kids are now coming to our programs.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So what sparked the vision of having an AI school, and how did you get your team together? Because not only as an entrepreneur, but as a leader of any organization, getting the right people at the right place at the right time is key.
True.
So how did you do that?
To be honest, as an entrepreneur, I believe if you have a powerful and wonderful concept which is actually serving which is fixing the pain of many people, okay, right mindset people will come onto the board. Okay, so the AI school exactly fixing that kind of problem. When we started the AI school, the problem that we actually took up is many college students are coming to the market. Okay, and they are coming with a degree called computer science engineering with AI, or become AI, or BSc AI. So they are coming with a degree, but not with the skill. So this gap is growing very fast, and they are not fitting into the right job end of the day because of the lack of that skill gap. And in the age of AI, if you don't upgrade yourself with the required skills, okay, which are very much in demand from the industry, then you are lost. So that's where we would like to fix that gap with this concept of AI school. When we started this scouting for the team also really excited because it's the age of AI. People need to learn irrespective of your age group, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the field that they are working. Okay, now AI is everywhere, as I told you. Okay, so that's where all the right people I got attracted towards this concept, and we are working together.
But how do they upskill themselves? Because things are changing so very fast. I mean, like it's almost tomorrow, yesterday. So your teachers, your mentors, your experts that you have on board.
The experts and the mentors whom we pick is day in, day out, they are working on AI. Okay, every day their job is to solve their client problems on AI using their data. Right. So when we pick them, so they're continuously not only upgrading, they're also implementing for someone. So they are staying on the advancements of the technology day in, day out. So that problem is not there with our team. So we are blessed with that. So people are continuously in the learning curve, and that's where our unique selling point is also there. When we bring that kind of consultants, subject matter experts on AI, and the learner, whoever is coming, will be given the right piece of information, right knowledge, so that they can go back and apply. Okay. So that way our team is well equipped.
Okay, so have you done some sort of a 360 wherein you check with your clients or your students on how successful they felt or the efficacy of your programs? How do you know you're doing a good job?
Every program that we are actually doing is we are when in the planning itself, we are doing in the reverse order.
Okay.
What job roles are there in the market? And what are the job responsibilities for this job role? then create the curriculum in sync with this curriculum responsibilities. So when we do that, we are doing the reverse engineering part.
Correct.
So which means what industry needs, we are delivering in the classroom. Okay. So in that way, we are actually staying ahead of the curve, because our research team go to different job portals, different organizations, talk to different HRs, leaders, and then take the right requirement day in, day out. Then we adjust our curriculum continuously so that our learners get benefited.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where you work with organizations, if we put that aside for a bit and we just talk about the students who are trying to learn AI skills, I noticed also that you have your students do projects, right? Can you describe some of the better projects that have come out through the students?
See, now the agentic AI is actually on the go.
Correct.
Many of them actually using the open source LLMs or LLMs from APIs and all, from OpenAI and all, and they are bringing the agents for different use cases on healthcare, on retail, or customer support. So these are the different areas where our learners, especially not only students, the different learner communities are coming up, and then they're building with the data set given or customer data set. Okay, if that is actually accessible, then these solutions are getting deployed in the organizations. So these are the main few areas, but not limited. There are many cases where we cannot disclose now because they are into the very
That's what I
confidential.
Thought. Yeah, I thought I'd ask you to share some, but I understand it's client secrecy and all of that. Yeah, so nice. You talked about agentic, which I was reading somewhere just very, very recently about Mark Zuckerberg was being asked what's the next. Not what's the next big thing, because everything is a big thing, but what do you see AI moving towards in the next 3 to 5 years? And he spoke about exactly what you're talking about, the need for agentic processes. Yeah. So I have a question which is like really basic, and I have a feeling our listeners out there are going to love it, because I come from the teaching profession. I've also worked in the corporate sector, but I'm more of a teacher than anything else. And I'm going to ask you, can you foresee whether AI would be able to take on this huge pain point of teachers through an agentic process? And I'll tell you what the pain point is. It is physically correcting answer scripts, homework, physically. Now, I know that we have gamified, we have LMS, we have adaptive assignments, we have all of that which AI can handle and technology can handle. But yet, do you think there will come a time where an answer script can be given to an agentic process? They scan the child's work, they look for mistakes, they mention it, or they put a cross or a tick, they scribble notes taking the teacher's own actual handwriting, right? And also maybe even give some kind of an audio using the teacher's voice. And the teacher herself, because the idea is not to just give homework and give tests, the idea for the teacher is to really be able to see if my student is moving from point A to B to C. To understand, is there progress or is there no progress? Giving the teacher also a very good, not quantitative, we have lots of quantitative data, but along with qualitative data on how the child is progressing. Now that's a great business idea. So if you steal it, I expect some credit for it. Definitely. That is going to be such a boon for teachers. Yeah. So do you think this is going to happen?
There are a couple of startups already which are working in this area of assessments. Precisely in the entire education system, assessments is one of the major use case to be solved using AI. Couple of organizations already working with Google Classroom, where the student, not exactly the handwritten one, probably the typed one, or fill in the blanks kind of thing, or multiple choice kind of questions. They're being uploaded to the in the PDF format. They're not handwritten. So and to that level, the accuracy is really good. The teacher use the questions in the document or in a Google form. People type the answer or any other tool. So the answer will be given to the teacher in the PDF format or in the image format. Now teachers actually going through it, and AI can also say how accurate this answer with the answer that you are giving to the question as a teacher. For example, as a teacher,
The
you
marking
give a
scheme,
question,
yeah.
and then answer also possible answer also given, and student, let's say there are 30 students in the classroom. These 30 students answers are also given there, and you will have how percentage of match of your answer, their answer. Based on that, on top of it, you can also judge it before you really award the marks. Because in our system, in Indian system, still marks plays very, very important role for the student performance. In a couple of Western systems, it's not the case. But here, when you are giving a lesser mark for the right answer, if you leave it to the AI completely, that small gap will be there.
Of course, yes.
So as a teacher, once the AI is evaluated, then on top of it, our teacher need to be little more careful before finalizing the marks and adding up the overall marks, giving the total marks. That AI can do anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
With the handwritten, right, you can say 4 marks, 3 marks, 2 marks. It automatically identifies your hand recognition and the number. It adds up and gives the total. So with this, if you see the overall laborious process of assessment, if it, let's say if it is taking to correct 30 students' question papers, probably answer sheets, probably it is taking 5-6 hours a day, 5-6 hours oral work.
Easily,
you can reduce it to 3 hours or 50%. Now this 50% of the time, teacher can actually go back and do effective work or talk to the students who are slow learners.
Correct.
Okay, empathize them and then understand their pain points, try to fix that. So in that way, the student, the AI is really helping the academicians who adopt it at early stages and who understand the technology properly. And coming to the handwritten one, handwritten assessments which are from the students, still, though the technology is already available, the accuracy is still a question mark.
Accuracy of what?
Accuracy of the identifying the OCR. Optical character recognition, because every student handwriting is different.
Right.
Okay, few people handwriting is very neat.
Yeah.
A few may not be not that clear. So based on completely on technology at this point of time, that's not so efficient. Okay, to rely on that. But it is 70-80% we're able to achieve.
Correct.
But still there is a gap. But when it comes to sensitive matter like assessment exams,
high stakes,
answers,
what we call high stakes papers.
So it is not completely adjustable. Still the maturity yet to come. I hope at least in 1 to 2 years that is also possible.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because I'm really thinking about the handwritten ones, the day-to-day homework and stuff.
Right.
But I understand it would require a lot of recognition of handwriting and a lot of data there.
Yeah.
And,
because when you're writing with a hand, what happens is if you keep it very conscious effort to write the letters, then it detects. Even the pad that you're using.
Right.
Sometimes it detects the
pressure.
If you're casually writing there, then it also get confused. So still machines are learning. Still, it's over every time they will also learn.
Just like they're learning emotions.
Yeah.
They're learning all other kinds of senses.
Lazy writing,
tactile.
writing.
Yeah. Had a bad morning writing. Feeling hungry type of handwriting, all of that.
True.
Okay, so I'm going to come to something everyone's talking about, DeepSeek R2. So as we know, it's from China. As we know, it's been developed at a very, very low cost compared to other platforms.
Right.
I've not used it. I've just used some regular generative AI, but I did try to use it day before yesterday. I said, I'm going to talk to you, so let me get a little knowledgeable about some of these. So they were asking too many questions, too many emails, too many phone numbers, and I got a little scared. I said, you don't know, like TikTok, DeepSeek, what's going to happen? So I stopped. Forget about the cost. Have you used DeepSeek R2 as a generative engine, and what's so good about it and what's not good about it?
Definitely, as the person in the AI, definitely I try every new tool every day. So DeepSeek, the worries that all of us have at this point of time, I see this as Reliance phone movement to India now. If you see, we crossed days from where incoming was also costing us. If you say 2 decades back, when there is an incoming to your mobile phone, people used to discard the call and take the call from the landline. So because incoming is also, people were charging you. So today, the mobile providers, the network providers are not charging for the call at all. Only for the data they are charging. Okay, so it happened because the infrastructure availability is so high now. So if you see, OpenAI started the ChatGPT, and then the people started adopting it. Okay, the infra cost is very high, so they also priced it very high for the professional thing. And then what happened with the DeepSeek is, when Reliance came with the CDMA phones, the white phones, if you remember, immediately the call rates were dropped.
Correct.
So that is same moment happening with the DeepSeek now. People are saying our company invested 6.6 billion or 10 billion to get the infrastructure or GPUs or train the model. So there's so much cost. Now what DeepSeek has said, whatever you are investing, I'm just doing it entire thing in 6 million. Okay, including infrastructure and software, training, everything. So people realize that there is other way also of doing it. Okay, now yesterday I think if my memory is good, then there's one more model called Kimi. Okay, Alibaba also came with one more model, saying that hey, our model is still efficient than DeepSeek.
Kimi is also from China.
One more from China. So now this evolution won't stop, and is all happening for the good. Now it's a new technology. People are trying to adopt it. A lot of research is happening. Experiments are happening. So what we can wish is the infrastructure cost is going to still reduce, and computing costs also will still reduce. The training cost also still reduce. For the common user, it will be more accessible, and it's actually moving towards that. Whether it is China or someone, it doesn't matter at this point of time. Only thing is, if DeepSeek is actually working, is operating in the China servers, we have a fear of data is going there. Okay, if you would like to deploy the offline model, they also have the foundation models which are offline. You can bring it to your own local servers and take the advantage of their foundation models, build your own custom solutions.
But their data must be limited in that case, right? The data you get if you adopt it to your server.
So this is again case specific. Okay, you are an organization sitting on rich data from a long time. Okay, then that makes sense, having your own servers or deploying your DeepSeek in your on-prem or off-the-prem. Then building the solution makes sense for you. So it's a case-to-case specific.
Okay, a little bit about the ecosystems across India, the AI ecosystems. We do know Bangalore, Hyderabad are more of technology hubs, and therefore now AI development hubs. Maybe Gurgaon also to some extent. But as we also know that India lives in two Indias, there are two Indias. What about the tier 2 towns? Maybe Kanpur, Patna, Jaipur. How is AI scaling up in those areas? Not in terms of usage, but in terms of creation, adoption, yes, but also creation of systems, solutions. Yes.
See, if you see the evolution of Startup India concept in India, okay, thanks to the government. When they started Startup India, under that there are so many initiatives started. Okay. Close to 1.5 lakh startups got initiated under that concept, and many of them are from the tier 2, tier 3. Okay, and there are many incubation centers also started across the country, even in the academic institutes and outside the academic institutes. For example, if you take the example of Telangana, there is a technology hub called T-Hub. Under that, there is one more technical hub called Machine Learning Artificial Intelligence Technology Hub, which is actually headed by Mr. Rahul, who is the CEO of Math. Now, these organizations or these incubation centers are continuously nurturing the startups who are from the. There is no limitation for whether you are from urban or rural. Okay, wherever you are from. But if you have a wonderful concept, if it is really solving real pain points of the people, then they are welcoming you. They are giving the entire ecosystem to you. Okay, and they are bringing the mentors, they are bringing the network, and they are bringing the corporates. Sometimes they are also bringing the first customer. That's what a great thing can happen to a startup. So when even from the people who are in the tier 2, tier 3, I strongly suggest reach out these incubation centers or innovation centers nearby you. Okay, either it is a government entity or private entity, because you'll get the ecosystem there, right set of mind people, okay, so that you can discuss and co-build the products and take it to the people. Yeah. So now it is accessible, so people can come forward and do it, because if you don't come forward to do some kind of solutioning, it's always a question mark, right? It's you as a leader, or it's you as a learner. You should take the step forward and then start. Yeah.
But what do you feel about the current dispensation in terms of the government? Do you see AI really being in the vanguard of the plans in the next 4 years?
Thank the Indian government. Okay, if you compare the global context, in US there are close to, if my memory is good, 70,000 AI startups are there. Okay, be it generative AI or AI.
70,000.
70,000. Okay, that's what one article is saying. Now, in India, we have around 2,500 to 3,000 AI companies startups actually got incubated in different places, and self-started. Now, as a whole, Indian government also started India AI mission, and they're procuring 12,000 GPUs. That's what they told, and they're going to make it accessible to many people. Now, as a startup, if you see, procuring GPU is a costly affair. If government is supporting in that way, then that's the best thing that can happen to a startup. Whether you are from tier 2, tier 3, tier 1, doesn't matter. For you, for government, it's an idea, whether it's solving the problem of the people or not. They only evaluate that. So that's one wonderful step happened under India AI mission. And on the other side, there is local language engine, LLM is also actually getting developed under the brand called Bhashni. Okay. Bhashni is also Government of India initiative. And one more mission is happening on foundation models. Now, recently, one expression of interest came where they encouraged startups, corporates, individual researchers, academicians can participate in bringing the Indian-owned foundation models. Okay, so there are many initiatives parallelly going on, even in India. So I see this as a great progress. It's the right time for the people to pursue it and start working towards it, so that they can contribute to the AI mission of India also, so that we can actually excel in this adopting this technology and also developing this technology. Yeah.
So do you think India will, like we had the .com boom and we had the BPO boom, do you think we're going to be an AI boom center?
That is already there.
It's already there?
Boom is already happening.
Are we in pole position already?
Yeah. See, when I say we are very in a competitive position.
Okay.
We are competing with many other countries. This time it is not developed country or developing country. India is in the AI race. We are there, but we yet to be reach some goals. Okay, which
some targets. Yes.
So once we reach there, it's very easy for us to navigate. Yeah. Because the kind of data that we are producing as Indians, that's very rich. Rich in different formats compared to the Western countries. So when we have that kind of oil, which is very much required for the AI to get trained, so we will take that advantage over a period of time.
So what do you mean by rich? Is that because of our diversity, or is it diversity, rich in terms of what? What could you describe that?
We are 1.5 billion people.
Correct.
Okay, out of which 65 to 70% of the youth. So much of data every day in multiple languages we are generating. So when this kind of diversity of data is there, for any AI model to learn, this data is required. So we are producing the data, and when we have our foundation models, they will learn it properly, and we can we will actually will be the makers of AI models to the world. We will, instead of consuming, we will be producing.
Okay.
Yeah, that day is very soon.
Srinath ji, could you talk a little bit about data privacy and security?
Yeah, for many organizations which are running on very important secure data, for something like defense organizations.
Correct.
Okay, farm organizations. They don't want to their data to go out to get any model trained. So, for example, recently we had an engagement with Bharat Dynamics Limited. Okay, we have trained their staff members at different levels till GM level, general manager level, on adoption of AI at different levels. Okay. Now, when during the training program, there are many discussions happened. What kind of real problems they are facing day to day, and where AI can help them. Different use cases we spoke about. The greatest challenge that they have is obviously they, as a defense organization, they cannot allow single piece of data to go out of their boundary. Okay, so this kind of thing is there. Then they need to have their local AI to be deployed on their servers. Okay,
of course.
Then they have to, because their data, they don't need answers from the open source data which is available in the web. They need solution on their data itself. So their customization of the models need to be done so that they learn from the data, and that will be catering to their needs. So data privacy is very much important for it is again organization specific, case to case. Okay, now this kind of use cases are coming up into the market very in a flow. So now whichever company, they need to sit back and what data is sensitive, what can be opened up to all the departments or to the public. They have to calibrate it and then build their model accordingly. Yeah.
Great. Have you been doing a lot of work with individual schools? Because what I am thinking of asking you about is that the school ecosystem, both urban and rural, need a lot of hand-holding in terms of not just technology. Okay, I mean, they're kind of getting there in terms of technology, but now with how best to use artificial intelligence to take care of their pain points. Do you have some kind of a roadmap where you guide schools, or would you be able to tell me right now what are the 3 most important things schools should do to be able to, A, as a school leader, and B, for their teachers?
Yeah. If you take school as an entity, okay, the leadership team includes like management and the principal and the other senior leaders of the school and the teachers. Okay, at every level, of course, students are the integral part of it, very important component. But we are talking about the other people who are running the entire system. Now, if you take that, many teachers, okay, have been interacting with many schools, and even in India, and even the AI school is also launched in Philippines. So when we launched in the Philippines also, we understood why they are not able to adopt it. Many teachers internally, they are worried about AI may replace them.
Yeah,
they may lose their jobs, but that's not the case. Okay, any technology, including AI, cannot replace a person from the existing job. The following statement is very, very important to understand in perspective of AI. A person with AI skills will replace a person without AI skills. Okay.
Of course.
It's not that AI will replace person.
Yeah.
No. So this fact, teachers need to understand. First thing.
Yes.
Second thing, this technology adoption is very, very easy compared to other technologies. Okay. When from feature phones to smartphone, people did not go to tuitions to learn it. They just learn it while they are using it. Okay. In a similar way, you can start small, or you can approach people like us, like brands like us, to learn what is required to start with. What kind of tools are available? How can they improve their efficiency by using their tools into their day-to-day work, as we discussed.
Correct.
In assessment part.
Correct.
In the curriculum development, in the assessment creation, okay, or in creating the summaries of the overall subject. Okay, so different perspectives can be brought using these tools. So instead of avoiding that, okay, let us start adopting it, so that they will also improve their efficiency, and in turn the organization as a school efficiency also will grow up. Okay, so for the teachers, we have different curriculum programs, and in association with STAR also, we are bringing few more courses out.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that many teachers across the world, across India, will be empowered with AI programs. And one more program that we are discussing is AI for the school leadership program.
Correct.
Okay, where the school leadership also will understand what is happening time to time, and they can actually adopt it by practicing those things in the organization, so that the school will be AI ready. Okay. So even in our vision also, the AI school will be extended school for every school to have one-stop solution of AI.
Very nice. That's really, really needed very badly because we're all kind of floundering and struggling and not really sure. There's just so much that it's a little frightening.
True.
But good that we have people like you coming to our rescue. When I was chatting with Srinath ji just before we started the podcast, he told me that he likes to play cricket, and he still plays cricket. Is that right?
Yeah.
And is that where your name comes from the fast bowler? Srinath, did your parents, were they a fan of him and named you accordingly?
No.
Okay. So do you get time, despite your busy schedule? I know that you were from Hyderabad, you went to Bombay, then you come to Gurgaon, and now you're going back to Hyderabad. Yeah? How do you get time?
Yeah, over weekends, I play with my kids. Okay. Over weekends, we
all play with our kids. But do you play for your...
the community, yes, we play.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, over weekends or at least twice a month.
Okay,
we try to play.
That's really good.
At least it helps me keeping myself fit so that I can run everywhere.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Also, one has been reading about in tennis and in cricket how AI will kind of not dethrone, but kind of be part of the DRS system. When people get out. Right now, the DRS is based on images almost entirely. But soon it's going to be AI driven, fed with data of various, pitches, various bowlers, their styles, the speed, the climatic conditions, and all of that. Would you like to talk a little bit about how that's going to work? Is it going to be a disaster, or is it going to work?
No, as I told you, the adoption of AI into every sector is inevitable.
Yeah, and it's going to take time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is very much we are in the right time.
Okay.
At this point of time. Not only cricket. Okay, if you take football, any other sport, or any other sector as in, you need to understand the use case of AI, whether it is actually right fit or not for the case-to-case specific. Then if you have previous data, as you rightly told, if the data is there, then you can train your model and deploy it. So any case that you are talking about is no exception for AI.
Yeah, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to share with us some huge, a time when, since you work with AI, a time when you saw that AI got it totally wrong, there was huge bias, a huge amount of hallucination, so much so that it became funny?
Sometimes funny, sometimes risky also.
I know, yeah. Tell me both.
There are so many cases on deep fake. Okay.
Yeah, deepfakes.
Recently, I was watching a video. The reporter from London is interviewing Mr. Matthew, who is the investor banker over there. There is a deepfake video of him saying that Elon Musk started a new business altogether, and it is already valued at $3 billion. So let's invest. So people started investing crazily on that. People lost money.
Crazy, absolutely.
So that kind of technology has advantage, and also it has negatives also. So it's as a user, as a consumer, it's you need to decide which one is actually based on the fact check. You need to go ahead and adopt it. Okay, so you have to be very conscious while you are using or when you are taking. Even if you see the number of videos which are coming in YouTube also, many of them are using AI technologies for good also. Okay, they are bringing the right piece of information. Okay, though the influencer is not there, his previous data or previous videos got trained on the model, and the entire video got generated by the AI itself. So that they are giving the most important technical piece of some technology or some kind of innovation to the people. So in that way, AI is also used. So good is there, bad is also there. It is you where to decide what to apply.
Can you tell us of some incident that was funny?
Funny cases are many. Okay. Right away,
okay, that's okay. You did speak about how India is going to have a huge, rich amount of data because of our diversity also, mainly because of our diversity. So much data is being collected and put together on the platforms. But will that also be able to take care of tapping into emotions, accents, sarcasm, and other cultural differences? some of these more tangible, emotional, verbal
See, in
things.
certain parts of technology, even AI is not a one-stop solution for everything. Okay, AI is artificial intelligence as a whole. Is we are trying to replicate very close to human intelligence, but in many places, AI cannot replace the human being.
Correct.
As you told, a couple of examples like empathizing a person. Okay, AI cannot come there. Emotions, they cannot share it. Okay, those are the fields where human interaction is still required. It will be there forever. AI cannot replace those parameters. Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready for what we call the rapid fire round?
Definitely.
Okay, there's nothing great about it except that you're just supposed to answer really quickly and give short answers. And if you want to pass, you can pass. Yeah. The biggest upcoming breakthrough in India in AI, as you see it.
People adopting at organization level with the people adopting AI at every level and using AI agents everywhere.
Okay. Something about AI that very few people know.
It hallucinates a lot.
Okay.
If you don't properly train it.
Correct. Okay, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? And what I mean by that, can you describe the personality or the type of people who are actually really, really scared of AI, the doomsayers?
In my experience with the people whom we are talking about, the faculty and teachers are more scared, but they don't need to
There's
scare.
no need. You said that. Yeah. I agree with you totally there. What is the one most important guardrail that needs to be put in place, irrespective of the industry?
Data safety and security is the first priority to create the right AI.
Okay. Yeah. And for schools, what would it be, the guardrail? Of course, again, data privacy and security.
Yes.
Okay, anything else?
To school. And right plan of action to impart and adopt AI as a whole. That should be
a holistic approach.
As a policy also, what I see is AI policy should be ready at a school level too. Yeah.
Okay. Srinath ji, if EQ has dethroned IQ, what in your opinion would dethrone AI?
EQ is IQ, AI is everywhere, people need to use it, so
we've always had things being dethroned, right?
Right.
Everyone's talking about IQ, genius, end of the spectrum. And then came along emotional quotient, okay? And now everyone's talking about that. Right. So something has to dethrone AI at some point. Is it going to come back to HI, human intelligence, or what? I mean, I know it's really far away.
People are talking about AGI.
So what is AGI?
Artificial General Intelligence is much more advanced than compared to present AI. Like, it is trying to bring the intelligence very close to human-like. Okay, so when we achieve that, AI systems may act a little more humanly. So that's what the near future is. So systems are progressing towards it. As systems are learning more, the other aspects of the humanly intelligence also, AI systems are learning. Okay. So that's what AGI stands there.
So how far away is that?
Probably a couple of years.
That's all?
That's it.
Okay. So they must be working on it simultaneously.
They are working on it. Yeah, people are.
Okay. Great. So that actually brings us to the end of the discussion. Is there anything you would like to ask us at the STAR Show, or anything you'd like to say to the audience in general, your parting thoughts or ideas?
Yeah. What I heard when I'm coming to knowing about STAR is close to 300,000 educators are already on board.
300,000 is correct, yes.
Now, that's a great responsibility and great opportunity to actually impart AI and its related skills for the teachers and leaders of the schools. Okay, as a unit, as you are connected to so many schools and teachers, it is responsibility of the STAR also to make sure that the message goes to the last mile. That okay, AI is important. no need to worry about adopting this one. So everyone, instead of avoiding it, adopt it. So this kind of message, if we can bring it on, then people will, once they start enjoying with our collaboration. In the morning we have also signed with STAR, a letter of understanding, where we would like to be your partner for the imparting AI skills at different levels.
Professional development for schools and teachers.
Yeah. So this kind with this collaboration, we can co-create the programs and take it to the last mile. So that's what my wish, and I strongly support that kind of vision of STAR.
Correct, because we have the industry experience and you have all the other experience, and that's a winning combination. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in, for streaming in. It's been a delight talking to Sri Ganta Srinath Reddy today, founder, CEO, owner
of the
AI School, Hyderabad. You can find out more on their website, which is absolutely amazing. I was especially delighted to know they have courses for young children as young as 14 years old. That's really, really something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. After you watch that podcast, it's very important for us at the STAR Show. Once again, thank you, Srinathji, for coming all the way in our studio and sharing your expertise, your gyan. It was really exciting to know all of the great work you are doing in this huge digital age, which is a blend of education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.